Alright, so I'm interviewing my dad on the wonders of organ and tissue donation. So Dad, are you a registered organ and tissue donor?
In fact, I am not.
No? Oh, well, why is that?
Selfishness, basically. I feel that, if I gotta go, you've gotta go.
Yeah, well, the whole process of organ donation is rather swell, I must admit. And, well, several people's lives can be saved with the donation of a single organ from your body.
That's nice.
Yeah. How many lives do you think you can save by donating organs and tissue?
Well, considering the amount of organs you have that are donatable, I would say probably, a good 10, 11.
Yes, well, it just so happens that you may save up to about 8 lives with just your organs, and up to maybe 100 lives with your tissue.
Okay.
How many people do you think are currently waiting for an organ transplant?
Thousands, literally thousands, maybe 40, 50,000.
Just so happens that in the U.S. alone, there are 104,000 or so people waiting daily.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And about 3,000 of those people are added every year.
Okay.
How many transplants do you think take place each day?
Well, considering the medical technology being what it is, probably upwards of 100.
About 80, yes.
80.
And they take place in the U.S. alone about 80, and only about 18 of the waiting patients die each day. But for every 18 patients that are dead, maybe a couple hundred or so sign up every day to donate.
Okay.
And which organ do you think is in the waiting list, or which organ do you think is in the waiting list longest? Like which organ?
Probably the heart. I would imagine the heart is probably the toughest one to get.
It turns out actually that the kidneys
Really?
are the most waited for organ on the list, and that's about 16,000 in the U.S.
Wow, about that.
And that's actually more than the rest of the organs on the waiting list combined.
Wow.
Yes. There's only about 4,000 people waiting for the heart.
Okay, that doesn't mean it's less difficult to get.
No, but the one waited, longest for the one with the longest waiting list. Do you have any fears of organ donation?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I feel that perhaps the medical personnel won't try as hard to save me if they know that they can harvest my organs, especially considering the amount of money you can get for them these days. Now, I know that the people debunk that and they say that it's a myth and all, but I don't necessarily know if I believe that. I have a good friend of mine who believes that's exactly what happened to his father, that they did not try to save him because they could harvest his organs.
And I, for one, actually agree. And I say that though doctors are privileged to do all that they can to save your life during the operation, that's their personal choice.
They're privileged to do so. They're not forced to do so.
No,
right?
I agree.
And therefore, you never know. Anyway, I'm brain dead or whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh, hey. All right. Well, this was a nice interview. Thank you very much.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Well.
All right then.